everybody, we're back. Stanley Parable, begin. You know, I might actually end up finishing the game today. I mean, like, finishing the game. From what I understand, I think there are 19 endings in the Stanley Parable, and I think I've gotten like 12 or 15 of them. And there's one that I'm just not gonna do unless I get a whole bunch of requests for it. Like, if I get enough requests for it, I'll do it, but I don't wanna, because it takes like 4 hours. As it turns out, the one with the baby on fire does legitimately take like 4 hours. And
this is the
2 hours in, you do, you know, your it adds a pupper.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah.
What could it mean?
Co-workers gone.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What was the last one that I did? I want to say the last one that I did.
A set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Go this way.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had written, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door.
I remember there's like
left.
one ending that I got there that I didn't get that was close
Stanley
to
was
this
so
way.
bad at following directions. It's incredible.
I have to like go on the scaffolding, I think.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yes.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Also,
Why,
yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
Yeah, so when I did this, I went through the blue door 3 times, which is an ending in itself. So I'm going to go through the red door and see if that's also an ending.
Stanley walked through the red door.
I bet.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
Yes.
The problem is all these choices. The 2 of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
Oh.
Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that
this
it's
is
killing
just
us, Stanley?
Sad face.
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh. Cool. There was an ending.
What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, that's dope.
If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
It's a trap. Don't do it. I love the colors. See, I really want to hang out here because it's like, was this like all the stars in the universe are going out while I'm screwing around in this endless void of nothingness? Can I walk over the edge? I think I can walk over the edge. All right, let's try walking over the edge. I can't. I cannot walk over the edge. Going down.
No, wait. Where are you going?
It starts back up.
Where were we?
I don't think there's a different ending for just staying here, so sorry, narrator brew, but I have to go.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Wait, how would I hurt? I think I'm gonna jump off of the scaffold and be like, Geronimo! I say as if I haven't
Please, no,
done that.
Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oof. Dude. I can totally jump off this and end the game.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I have thought about it. I'm committing self-unaliving. Deuces. Ow!
Oh, thank God.
My
You
poor
lived.
knees.
You have me. No. No, no. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
All right. And again. Oh.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Now see, the narrator's making me feel real bad for him. 360! Ow!
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
I was gonna go back to the other room. Oh, sad face. Oh well, whatever.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
All right, so there's that one.
His co-workers. He never functioned well by himself.
He did
and
both of
constantly
them.
needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This one. So I'm pretty sure all I have left is just go through like the normal quote-unquote ending.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping, coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Going this way.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway. Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Okay, yeah. This time I'm going to try to do the one where I go through the escape hallway and see if it just lets me do that. Going down.
Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
I still feel like plucking a blind man's eyeballs out would be pretty traumatic for them.
Farewell, Stanley.
Now I just have to remember how.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator.
Yeah, how
as
to
Stanley was
get
led
to the point, because I think
helplessly
there's
into
another
the
ending in here.
enormous metal jaws.
I have to remember how to
In a
get to the point
single
where I'm
visceral
back
instant,
in here so
Stanley
that I
was
can quit out.
obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Bloop. Or not. Wait, this way. Stanley's parabola.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time...
Hit the menu. that's an ending. That's what she asked me to do, so, you know, why not? Yeah, no, I did that. I totes did that. There is a painting in here.
All of his co-workers
Okay,
were gone.
I'm
What could it
pretty
mean?
sure all that I have
Stanley
left
decided to go to the meeting
is
room. Perhaps
to
he had
just
simply
go,
missed a
like,
memo.
do what it says. And there's the mind control ending and the freedom ending, and I
When
can't
Stanley
think...
came to a set of two
I'm pretty
open
sure all I have
doors,
left are
he
mind
entered the
control,
door on
freedom,
his
and the
left.
4-hour one. I completely missed what the narrator said there. Probably
Yet
just
there
something
was not
about how
a
I'm
single
done.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
I've also
office.
gone down
Coming to
these
a
stairs, and
staircase,
there was some
Stanley
psychedelic
walked
stuff.
upstairs to his
That's also how
boss's
you get the
office.
"you're dead" ending.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover
4285?
not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his
2845.
feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 28. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
God bless the rains down in Africa.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay, so I've done this. Going down here. No!
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, so I don't think there's anything separate for going through the escape path and coming back. So I'm just gonna go to the mind control facility. Yeah. And we've gotten plenty of dialogue so far. Bloop.
The lights rose
Lights
on an
on.
enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Oh. Well, alright. Guess I'm gonna go this way then. Surveillance?
Now the monitors jumped to life.
All right, where
Their
am I?
true
427.
nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Aha. Okay, so 427. Here. That is me. 427. Going this way then.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had
Oh yeah,
Stanley
no wait,
really
there are a
been
couple
under
endings
someone's
here, so I
control
can
all this
either
time?
blow this
Was
joint
the
up
only
or...
reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
That's kind of how jobs work though.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Most of us do though.
But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh, these are the buttons that were in the museum. Oh, nice. Yeah, so I think at this point I have the option to either destroy this place and do the freedom ending, or let it kill me and do that one. I'm also kind of wondering what's up down here. Will this kill me? Nah. No, it's fine. Everything's just fine. I would hazard to say that it's Jim Crack and Dandy. Ooh, big red button. Oh, I can't push the big red button. Sadness. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. Because the end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Mind control complete.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Or, and hear me out here, this is a completely different way we could go about things, and on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did
Yes.
you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh,
Not really, but
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
That's amazing.
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one.
This is actually making my heart race a little
More
bit.
time to talk about you.
Wants
about
me to press a big yellow button.
Where we're going. What all this means. I barely know where to start.
Oh,
What's
let
that?
me out.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Thanks, narrator.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing
Need a
right
purple
now?
number 2.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Yes.
I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button. or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along.
I think it is.
It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Wow.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces.
Goodbye, Employee
Will you cling
427.
desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Oh. Nice. Is there anything else in here? Yeah, I don't think that there's anything that I could have
All of his co-workers
done
were
differently
gone.
there.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So I think all that's left is the freedom ending.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Because I did the ending where I let the joint blow up. Oh! Oh, I can open this now to the employee bathroom. That looks to just be a building. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast. Money crisp. Extreme bathrooms. This door has never opened before. About this door. Oh, I can open this door. This one's got the panda. Nice. There's an elevator? Ooh. Oh, wow. This is glitchy. Is this supposed to be glitchy? Should I go up or down? Let's go up. Just going forever. Also, that sounds like it's the narrator going like 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's try going down. If I start to see flames and hear maniacal laughter, I riot. That is 100% the narrator being like, ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I guess the elevator just goes on forever. Oh, yeah, I guess the elevator does just go on forever and it doesn't actually go anywhere. Weird.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Even the narrator's sick of my bull. This game is freaking amazing. I love it so much.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Also, I like how it's got a different infliction on the words there.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Once going
No! He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable.
Yes!
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
There's gotta be something... Like, at this point with this game, you never really know if it's like... If these buttons actually mean something, and there's different endings in it for me, or what have you. Or if it's just screwing with me, because it can. Alright, turn this off, and I think this is the last ending.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Yeah, screw this place.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Probably.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Let me out, let me out, let me out.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin. The feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Dude, that was amazing. I love Beat the Game. I mean, to be fair, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's every ending except for the one...
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
What? What? Someone behind me? This turned into a horror game?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Oh, it just loops back into the
Feeling
regular
a wave
dialogue.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
Yeah.
hoping he might find an answer there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all of the endings. Except for the one that has you doing, you know, just screwing around and pushing the buttons for 4 hours. That was so dope. Like, it just goes to show you, you can have a game that's mostly dialogue and still have an amazing game. Like, I've played games that are like 60 hours long and you can do everything and then finally, like, it doesn't have a deep emotional meaning. And I've played games where you just, you know, it's like it's just screwing with you the whole time. But this game has just the right mix of, you know, is it deep and emotional? Or is it just messing with me? I really, really do love this game. Like, this will go down as one of my all-time favorite games. Because it's very deep and complex when it needs to be, and very, you know, cynical and funny when it doesn't, and it's the voice acting is just mwah. Like, this game is just amazing. I love it so much, and I cannot wait to play the Super Deluxe, but I'm gonna give myself a little cooldown time so I can forget most of the crap that this game had, so I can be re-surprised. So if that shows up on my list, I'll probably, you know, veto it for, you know, at least a couple months, so I can give myself a chance to kind of like come in fresh. That would be dope. But that's gonna be in this video. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next series.
Stanley stood for a long time in
Bye.
one's...